Yo, what is going on today, guys? It is Ryan or Spencer here, coming at you with a brand new video. Haven't been on here in a minute. It's good to be on here. Well, as you can tell, I have been on here for a minute. I'm already ranked 155. So as you can clearly tell, I've still been playing Call of Duty. We got 7 days on here played. There's only like 1 or 2 people that are close to me as far as level. I think my boy Trevor got 55 before me because he's just better at the game than me. So typically, if you're better, your average score, you know what I'm saying? But I've been playing a lot of Warzone 2, boys. 5 days. We do a little updated wins. We're at 36 wins. Let me know if you guys want to see some gameplay of me winning and actually going nuts. Because right here, these 4 people, this is squad right here. I usually get carried. No, I'm just kidding. Not all the time, but sometimes I get carried. Damn, they got shoot house and shipment 24/7. Dude, I don't know if I can. I'm just gonna go with this for now. Dude, I think my audio might be messed up. I hope not. But as you can tell, the title of the video is what happened to FaZe Rain, aka Norn Chat. And we're just gonna kind of dive in and talk about it a little bit more because for me, FaZe Rain is somebody that I've kind of always looked up to, man. Like he's really inspirational as far as his whole kind of YouTube kind of rise to fame sort of ordeal. You know, obviously if you watch FaZe like me back in the day, especially like what 2015, 2016, whenever they were in New York, and it was kind of like that OG sort of like the real foundation of what FaZe Clan is today. That's kind of like, in my opinion, that was when FaZe was kind of more in their prime as far as like connecting with them, as far as like a viewer to content creator sort of aspect, right? You felt like you really got to know them because they, you know, they had the vlogs, they had the cut comms, they were always uploading videos, live streaming, doing all this stuff, man. Challenges, fan mail, all that good stuff. Dude, this game is not starting, man. I'm getting a little worried. We're just backing out of this. It's my first game on here, so typically, since I'm on PC, my PC's not the best. I mean, it's not bad, but I have stuff on a hard drive, so it takes forever to boot. If you guys got any recommendations for that besides an SSD, let me know, because I'm already working on the SSD. All right, we're actually in a game now. I tried joining a game and it was just a total massacre. But yeah, so what are we talking about? We're talking about, like I said, FaZe Rain and whatnot. For those of you that don't know everything that I'm even talking about or whatever, I'll thumb up on the screen. This is FaZe Rain, and like I said, man, this guy, I mean, in my opinion, he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he's ever done, he's talked about like peace and positivity. Like he's always been trying to like promote this like general mindset of like, you know, you can really do anything you want, bro. Like if you want to make a YouTube channel and you want to grind and support your family and do all this stuff, like it's all possible things, man. Like it's all things you can manifest and whatnot. And it's like, that's part of the reason why he's just always inspired me so much, man. It's like, it's just so inspirational. You can have different views regarding like, yeah, like he only says that because he's in the position he is now and like all this stuff. But truth be told, man, like get big on YouTube and to make something like FaZe Clan become like real life, man. To manifest those type of ideas and and passions and goals, it's just hard, bro. Like not a lot of people really have that like chance, man. Like in my opinion, it's something that you can't really do by yourself, which is why FaZe Clan to me is so dope. It's just because like, you know, it's a group of guys and for the most part they all seem to like want to support each other and like, dude, where I can't find anybody. There's gonna be a guy right here. Where's he at though? Yep. How'd I miss that? How'd I miss that too? What? Oh. I'm trash. I'm dog ass. I am hot nanny, bro. But yeah, man. So over the past like few years, he's kind of been. I hate to say the word derailing because it's not really fitting. There's so many different factors that I personally don't know because I don't know FaZe Rain like that, and everyone else that doesn't know because they don't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? The only person that knows what's really going on is FaZe Rain himself, and that's even in kind of an overstatement because of like what he's been doing. By the way, guys, this Barrett is like low-key nasty. I can't hit anything with this, bro. What? What? I thought this thing was a one-shot kill. I think that in this situation, in FaZe Rain's situation personally, when you make a lot of money, right, and you move into a house with all your bros, and one bro starts, let's just say, smoking weed, pretty soon, all the bros in the house are most likely gonna end up token up once or twice, right? And this is cool, you know, if you smoke or whatever like that. Like, you obviously know weed is really not that big of a deal compared to, you know, what a lot of people say it is, as far as like what it really does to you. And so, you know, that's one thing, right? And then it's one thing to let it kind of consume your life to the point where you start losing motivation because all you want to do is wake up and smoke. All your bros around you are kind of doing the same thing. But like, if you want to be a YouTuber, man, you got to put in the time and work. Like, you got to be able to do the work when you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Especially starting out and editing your own videos and just doing it kind of all on your own. And at the time, like, most of them were doing gameplays and vlogs, uploading once, twice. Like, I think Rain was doing like a video on his main channel, and then he was uploading vlogs and stuff like on the daily. You know, you get to the point, in my opinion, where you get burnt out, you know? And I feel like you get to the point where you make kind of a good bit of money, to the point where making money doesn't really excite you because you've kind of been doing it for a while. You normalize it. When you normalize it and you start getting bored, start getting in the house with all your bros, weed doesn't really like help you out, it's really easy to turn to other things, right? And if you watch Norton's live the other day, I'm not gonna show any footage, man, because it's just it's more out of respect, and in this video it's not really like, I don't want to be putting blame on FaZe Rain because it's such a delicate situation, right? Because it's extremely personal, for starters, but it's became so like normalized in YouTubers' lives and stuff that everyone wants to know what's going on, and it's kind of unfortunate. And so I kind of just want to like try and help shed some light on that sort of aspect of it. The biggest thing I can get away from it, oh god, I almost got a collab, dude. That would have been nasty. Y'all know that. Y'all know that would have been nasty. I could have got a collab right there. And so this is kind of where addiction, I think, kind of really overcame FaZe Rain. And we've seen this before. You know, a few years ago, Banks sort of had that whole ordeal where people were saying he was addicted to Adderall and all this stuff, and that seemed to be kind of true. And you know, it was just like, it was a lot of like weird information that we didn't really necessarily know is true, but it's just real life things that people need to be aware of. And so in FaZe Rain's situation, man, you make all this money, you get burnt out from YouTube, and you get your heart broken or something like that, man, and it's very easy, I feel like, for him to kind of fall victim to substance abuse, and that's basically what happened. You know, he started taking all these different drugs, and you know, who knows what he's actually done and what he really hasn't. The moral of the story is, you know, he's abusing some stuff, and it's affecting with your mental ability. And if you follow him on Twitter, and if you stay kind of up to date with what's going on, you'll realize that a lot of the stuff he's been saying is kind of concerning, man. And a lot of people have been kind of angry at FaZe Clan because they kind of only reach out to him, you know, in a sense of if it's hurting their brand. And I don't think that that's all the case. Like, maybe on the management side of FaZe that might be true, because it's obviously a business, so you know, they have to treat it like a business. But as far as like just the guys like on FaZe Clan themselves, you know, they don't want to make this a thing to where it's affecting their careers and stuff like that. But it's also, FaZe Rain is their friend, man. Like, so many people like look up to him in the gaming community, especially Call of Duty, obviously, and so many people look to him as a role model. So FaZe Rain, you know what I'm saying, if you try to put yourself in his shoes, it's a lot of pressure, man, and it can be hard to do, and when you mix drugs in the mix of it, man, it just, in my opinion, it's the perfect disaster for a mental breakdown, or you know, unfortunately, people were concerned about his life, man, because he was just saying a lot of concerning stuff. And it's scary because a lot of viewers, you know, I don't know about people watching this video, but a lot of viewers are on the younger side that watch FaZe. And so when you just start talking about drugs and you bring all this up, it doesn't make sense to a lot of kids, because for some, a lot of them they never been experienced to that stuff. So it's kind of hard for them to relate, because they don't really understand like what drugs do to somebody in a situation like that. And so to elaborate a little bit more on that, like I said, man, it leads to mental disorders, and it leads you to thinking that, you know, everything's one way when it's really not. You know, and I think it kind of closes your perspective a little bit. Oh, come on. Was that a collab? Ah, I thought it was a collab. And so it can be hard to understand for some people. Dude, I'm kind of popping off a little bit. I think that out of the whole situation is that kind of everything led up as of recently to Dude, the snake shots are still gross, bro. But it led up to his Instagram live that he had the other day. That it was on his, I forget what page it was on, but it was like his Norton chat, I think, or not Norton or whatever. It was one of those IGs where he was up late and he was taking drugs and he was just kind of talking a lot of nonsense that just like it wasn't healthy to be thinking about. FaZe Rain's obviously very against wanting to go to a place to get help because he thinks you just sit there and eventually you kind of just forget about the drugs, and that's what kind of makes that's what kind of helps you when it comes to like rehab and stuff like that, which is completely normal. People that take drugs are kind of in denial, in my opinion, of what rehab really does to you. And I'm not saying all rehabs is completely good, because you know there has been a lot of instances where people have gone and got even more traumatized due to the facility just not really being able to handle, you know, all their patients and what's kind of going on and stuff. So I can understand his frustration there. You can also look at it as FaZe Rain kind of built everything for himself. In my mind, I feel like that's probably the only way he really sees it, is it's all on him. If he's gonna get better, then it's gonna be his choice, and if he doesn't get better, then it's because everyone else failed him. And this is just kind of a toxic, kind of dangerous thing to sort of, oh, get smacked, dude. And it can be dangerous to start thinking like this. So for FaZe Rain's case, man, I feel like he's kind of, the drugs have made him kind of lose sight of his real mindset. He has everything he wants, man. He has money, he has everything, but now he just wants kind of that affection. And he keeps saying he's been getting his heart ripped out by girls and stuff like that. And that sucks, man. Heartbreak is one of the worst things, and not being able to feel that love and affection that you want to have can be very hard, especially when you have a lot of things that, you know, you thought you wanted, right? But you still feel like you want some more stuff. And to fulfill this, obviously, FaZe Rain has unfortunately kind of turned to drugs to help fix that, which is a very common problem. And it's not something that is, you know, it's not FaZe Rain's fault, in my opinion. Like, yeah, he shouldn't be doing drugs, but in the same point, when you start hanging around people and you think that they're your friends, man, it's very easy to get caught up in all the bad stuff and kind of miss the good stuff. Like I said, this kind of clogs your mindset, man, and when it does that, you can't think straight, bro. You don't know, like, you don't understand like what you're really doing. Anyone could be in that position. 100% anyone could be in that position. Because when you have that money and you have that free time, you have everything you want, man, it's so easy, you know what I'm saying, to just kind of give in to the bad stuff, because, you know what I'm saying, for the first time in your life, you know, it kind of feels right. And so, I don't know, the moral of everything that I'm saying, and the moral of all this story and everything, is you really don't know what people are going through, man. And so it's always important to try and see their perspective before you just start judging and saying all this stuff, especially, like I said, when someone's under the influence of drugs and whatnot. Their mind, like I said, their mind's not straight, man. Like, they get really offended, and they're not going to be able to see your side of the things, because they're going to be so dead set on what they're doing and their mindset at that time. And it's going to be hard to really kind of get through to them. You got to help people that need it, man, because sometimes they can't help themselves. And so the moral of the story, man, is just look over your friends, man, and just really be there for someone, even if they don't want it, man. Offer the help, bro. Be there anyways, and just listen to what they have to say, and just let them get it all out, man, and just help them see the better light, because, you know, like I said, no one should have to go through that, bro. No one at all. If you're gonna take anything away from this, man, it's just really just be mindful of other people, and just understand what they're going through. And even though that they might be in a better position than you financially, or, you know, whatever, someone you think has like the perfect life, they don't always have that, man. Everyone has their problems, and it's just extremely important to be mindful of everything going on, man. Because if you don't take time out of your day to be compassionate to others, man, why are they gonna do that to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they do that back? So yeah, I'm sorry that this is more of a serious video, but like I said, man, it's just it's very important to me, because mental health is just such a big thing nowadays, and it's continuing to become bigger and bigger of an issue, because, and everything's there, man. It's like like I said earlier, it's just the perfect disaster for mental health to just really boom off and just kind of consume your life, when it doesn't have to be that way, man. There's other ways around it, and the only way is just being mindful mindful of it, and you know, talking about your problems and just really kind of clearing your mind and getting in the right mindset, man. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hug your friend today, check up on your parents, brothers and sisters, see how they're doing, and as always, it's been a Roy and Spencer. I'll see you later.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local, but thanks to all the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city, faded off the ground. Nino, she insists she got more class. We know, swimming in the money.